Hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. Have you ever been surprised when you met someone for the first time? I guess I'm thinking about people you thought you knew something about, only to find that maybe there was another aspect of their life that you didn't fully appreciate. They do sometimes say that you should never meet your heroes, as the reality may not be the same as the image that you've got in your mind. I can say though that whilst some people disappoint, others are brilliant to meet and get to know. Last week I talked about Jesus becoming very popular and, at times, having to deliberately take himself off to get some peace and quiet. From the stories we read in the Bible of people meeting Jesus, we read that they were never disappointed with him, although sometimes his message was hard for them to hear. So, after a couple of years with Jesus, you would have thought that his disciples would have got to know him pretty well. They'd know his little habits and his ways of doing things. They'd know what he liked, they'd know what he didn't like. I suppose because Jesus was bringing a pretty radical message, whilst also proving he had the authority to bring that message as he performed miracles and healings. With all that going on, they probably got used to something out of the ordinary going on, and being surprised was probably something of a daily occurrence for them. But one day, 3 of them got a surprise that completely floored them. Peter, James and John had gone with Jesus for a walk up a nearby mountain. While they were there, everything suddenly changed. Jesus changed. For all the time they'd known him, he'd walked around with them, talked with them, eaten with them. He seemed very human, very ordinary. But all of a sudden, he began to shine. Not a little bit of a glow, but shine so brightly that it hurt your eyes. They knew that Jesus was from God, but they'd never seen him as God until this moment. Before their eyes, Jesus changed and took on something of his godliness, I guess is the best word. Not only that, but 2 ancient prophets from thousands of years before suddenly appeared and spent time talking to Jesus. And these 3 disciples really didn't know what to say. I mean, one of them, Peter, he was well known for opening his mouth at the wrong time and just blurting things out. He said something about building shelters for them all, but he really didn't know what he was saying or thinking. And then as suddenly as all this had occurred, suddenly cleared again. Jesus was back as he was originally, and together they all headed back down the mountain with Jesus, telling them not to share anything about this strange event yet, but wait until some stuff in the future was going to happen. Something the disciples really didn't understand. Jesus was saying, wait till Easter, wait till I've died, wait till I've risen again. But they had no idea what was coming. In that time on the mountain, those disciples were treated to a preview of who God really is. They saw something of the God side of Jesus. Still authentically the same person they knew. Still the same person they'd been travelling around with, eating with, sleeping with. But this new aspect of him they'd never seen before. I don't know what you think of Jesus, or even whether you've ever thought about who he is or what difference it makes. Today I just wanted to leave you with one idea. Why not find out? Maybe watching a few of these sound bites will be useful. Maybe having a look at the Bible will be useful. Maybe I could help point you at a course that's running to help you explore for yourself and see what you find. If you don't know much about Jesus, why not challenge God this week to show you something about him and give you something to think about? God bless you. I'll see you next time.